Greetings, Missouri Mid-South Conference. I bring you greetings from my office, where I wanted to share one of my favorite books by one of my favorite authors. It is a Psalm of Lament by Ann Weems, who I learned died a few weeks ago at the wonderful young age of 81. I learned of Ann Weems a few years ago when I was experiencing my own dark night of the soul. And as I was grieving my marriage that had ended, and as people sought to give comfort to me, and sometimes as people sought to give comfort to themselves, they shared in a way that I could not hear. And I happened upon this book that Ann Weems wrote of Psalms that she wrote of lament as her 21-year-old son was killed in a car accident and for many weeks and months was unable to write or to do or to be. And her good friend, the biblical scholar Walter Brueggemann, said to her, "You know how to write. Write your psalms of lament. Perhaps stick them in a desk drawer until you can read them again." And so she did, until she had this collection. And I have to say that this is what fed me in my time of moving from being married to divorced. And this is the book that I have given probably about 8, 9, 10, 15 copies to church members, to ministers, to people who were having and experiencing their own dark nights of the soul. And so I offer one of my favorite Psalms of Lament, Psalm 15, in honor and in celebration of the life, love, spirit, and Psalms of Ann Weems. O God, why have you abandoned me? I sit and wait for you, and you do not come. I watch everyone who passes, but it is not you. I sit by myself on the side of life and cry to you, but you do not come. I stand and look from the window, but you are nowhere in sight. I need you, O God, but you have left me all alone. I try to talk myself into believing that you're on the way, perhaps tomorrow or the next day, but you do not appear. How can I walk in this pain all alone? How can I stand knee-deep in suffering without you? Where are you, O God of my life? Where are you when I'm in such danger? Will you let me slip away simply because you didn't get here on time? O God of mercy, do not abandon me. Show your face at my window and wipe the tears from my life. Please come to me. Please take care of me. I will shout your name from the rooftops. I will dance your praise among the stars. I will tell the world that you would never abandon me. What I value about this psalm and all of her psalms is that she is willing to name the very anger and pain and suffering and despair that she has, not only in her own pain, but that she has toward the divine, and the divine in God's holiness and mystery and big God pants is able to receive her anger and my anger, your anger and all of our anger. But that she doesn't stop there. At the end of her psalm, in each one, she offers some glimpse of hope. I will shout from the rooftops, because even as I'm angry that you are abandoning me, I know that you will never abandon me. That theology of God and of God's presence is one that is so deep and rich and intimate that we are lucky when and if we get to experience that moment. After I finished my pastoral ministry at Plymouth United Church for 12 years, I found myself in a similar dark night. And it was painful because I had read this book front to cover to back. I knew its spirit, but I needed to write my own. And so I did so with a little help from a friend of mine who is a photographer. And she sent me, over the course of about 3 or 4 months, photographs. And with no intention other than I need to write, I began to write of these reflections of what I saw and what I saw within myself, and the pain and the sorrow of not being the pastor of my beloved church, until I had created reflections on the nature of grieving. It has 3 parts to it: sorrow, hope, and healing. And within each one, I hope that I was present to those processes that are forward and backwards, stuck in the same place and moving sideways. That is what grieving really is. And so I will offer one of mine that is one of my favorites. So I'll give it to you. I'll do this one, and this does not do justice. But this picture is this beautiful flower, and if you can see in the midst of the greenback, there are grass, there's a green frog, which struck me. And so I wrote about it, entitled Rest and Hope. May this be your prayer for those of you who find yourselves in a space of grieving, and may this be your prayer as you are comforting those who are grieving. May grief's companion be a place to land when you grow weary. And may grief's companion be a stalk of strength when buds of hope bloom forth. Wherever we are on life's journey, grieving will be a part of it in some way, whether we are the ones or whether we are companioning with others in grief. In the spirit and celebration of Ann Weems, and in the spirit and celebration of the many ways in which the divine artist gives us expressions of our own pain, our own suffering, our own hope and healing. May the divine comfort give new life in art, in love, in color, and in lament, this day and forevermore. Amen.